And welcome back to the cybershindigpodcast, everybody. What's happening? What's going on? It's episode 103. We're past up in those triple digits. As always, I'm Johnny. Sitting to my left, as if we're dealing cards, is the gummy worm slinging champ himself, the Toyota Corolla driving mongrel. What's happening, my man?
Hey, everybody. It's me, Jesus Christ. I'm glad I have a chance to talk to all of you this evening.
Thank God you're here.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've spread the good word, but I think it's time. I think it's time.
Well, is it true what they said about you, Jesus?
Which part?
Is it true that you had a pretty big package?
Oh, no. I didn't have any package. I was like a Ken doll.
Oh, man.
Yes.
That's really disappointing.
I was created in ultimate perfection, and with that came a smooth crotch. You could just pet it all day, and I would feel nothing.
Is it true? Is the other thing true?
What is it, my son? Tell me.
I have so many questions for you. I didn't know I was being joined by Jesus today on the podcast.
It's an honor for you, for really sure.
Is,
Go ahead.
God, oh my! I need to watch my
I'm
mouth.
Open and honest.
Okay, good deal. Is Santa real?
Santa is real. There was a Saint Nicholas back in the day. Do you know about the pickled boys?
No.
Okay, so back in the day, there was a Saint Nicholas. Before he became a saint, though, the way he did was he went into this meatery, okay?
Yeah.
A meat shop, if you will.
Meatery? Like a deli?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And
I don't know if they had those back then.
He thought he smelled something a little funky.
Nice.
And in the barrels where they would pickle things, he found the dead bodies of 2 children.
Did he put them? Was it you?
No, it was the butcher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then he became a saint of children, since he was able to put those like lost souls to rest.
Oh man! So Santa was he was more of a Sherlock Holmes kind of guy.
Absolutely. That's why he's so good at breaking and entering.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine.
Holy shit! I mean, wow.
Mm-hmm. We sometimes get takeout at Taco Bell together.
That's pretty dope, man.
Under disguise, of course.
I've heard Satan's actually really cool, though.
Oh, Satan's my homeboy.
Let me tell you.
Him and I, we play cards every other Friday.
He rules. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. Thanks for joining us, Jesus.
You're welcome.
I'd like to have my regular podcast if you just get lost.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's me, Mike Kroll.
I miss Jesus.
I love Pokemon.
I miss Jesus. Bring Jesus back. Jesus, why? Oh gosh. Thanks for bringing these Mike brought gummy worms today. Everybody at home, if you can hear this. We figured out there are only 600 calories in an entire package.
Yeah, which is not bad.
No, not bad at all. Casey's gas station gummy worms, not bad.
I thought I'd bring him just in case things get a little spicy later.
Mike's planning on eating some nuts.
Sucking on some nuts.
Oh, excuse me.
It's
Sucking
okay.
on some nuts.
Yeah.
This is good old-fashioned family fun. I have 2 Busch Lights. Shout out to Casey again for the big-ass mug. It's frozen.
What does your mug say again?
Pouring it up. I drink and I roll better, I think. Let me read it. I forget.
Have you not even read it once?
I read it when she gave it to me, and then it's too hard to see because it's all froze up. And oh, what a shitty pour. Look at that. Look at all the head on that.
Wow.
Oh, my
Wow.
God. You think I'd do this a time or two? Oh,
That's rough.
If that's any indication how the show's going to go, you might as well just sign off now.
Well, you could see it as half foam, or you could see it as half beer.
Oh, Jesus is back. He's preaching to us.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't
The
stay
good
away.
Lord is here.
I'm at a table, so I am in the center.
Dude, I've been watching an anime show.
I can't explain how happy I am because
isn't that crazy?
Ladies and gentlemen,
you hear me say those words?
No, I did not tell John. This is the first time I've not told Johnny to listen to this.
Yeah,
or seek out it. He seeked out a fucking anime on his own.
I found it on my own, you guys and gals.
He is now officially into anime slightly.
It's pretty dope too. Like it's a good fucking. I don't know if you like it or if you're into it.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, cool. You want to see the trailer?
I've seen the trailer.
Okay, let's watch the trailer together.
Okay.
Because I think it lives up to... It's a Netflix original called Yasuke. That's what they call him. It's not Yasuke, which I thought it's just Yasuke. It's spelled Yasuke.
As you get further and further into your weeb life, your
Yeah.
newfound weeb life, you will start getting the pronunciation a bit better.
It's hard. Like I didn't understand it until you start hearing the people say the title.
Yes.
Or like the characters in the show.
Mhm.
Because I was like, oh, it's Yasuke. And he's like, no, it's Yasuke. And I was like, who? What?
Yasuke.
Yasuke.
Yosuke.
Yasuke. And
Yasuke.
he is like he's like one of the only black samurais in Japan. And he's like, everyone's like, oh, they've never seen a black person before. And they like, when he first gets found by someone very important, they try to wash off his skin color. They're like, he's not dirty. He's like, I was born with black skin. And the Japanese guys are trying to wash his skin. And I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah, I haven't been able to watch it yet. I've seen the trailers. It looks okay.
It's pretty cool.
Like, I didn't feel one way or the other about it. I'm like, I'm definitely going to check it out. Some of the animation looked good. So.
It's all really, from what I saw from the credits, it looked like the, I'm trying not to chew on my.
How's that gummy bear?
It's chewy.
Yeah.
But good. It looked like they were all the credits were like people that I've seen before, maybe in credits. Flying Lotus does the intro, which is a musical group. And then who the hell is like the producer?
Look at you.
But it was like a big time name.
Knowing things.
It was like a big name producer from Japan that like spearheaded this, I guess.
Okay.
Let's watch this before Mike gets too freaking creamed up over here.
It's just so nice. I mean, you've had this experience, I'm sure, before, to where you've told a friend something that like you really like a hobby of yours.
Yeah, definitely.
And then they slowly start getting into it.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know?
it's cool. Guitar and stuff like that.
Yeah. You did that for Skyrim for me.
Skyrim, yeah. I've been trying to get my friends into like other like comedy, like stand-up comics and stuff too. That's kind of fun when
like
people
John
are like, they're
Mulaney.
actually really good. Yeah, I've been sending around this guy Shane Gillis. He's a funny stand-up. He was the guy that lost his SNL spot as soon as he like got on it.
Why?
What there was
happened?
some controversy where they like found an old podcast of his where he was doing like an Asian accent, and everyone fucking lost their shit, and Lauren like kicked him off the show.
Doesn't that scare you?
It's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's like a stand-up comic, so he was like, we can't really. I mean, we're just podcasters, but he's like using some of his podcasts to like fuel his stand-up, I'd imagine.
Sure.
And he's just trying to like push boundaries and see what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
And he's like a young comic when he did it too, and he was like doing an Asian accent, and they're like, someone dug up all this old footage.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're hiring this guy who's like racist on podcasts, and he's like, it was a joke. It wasn't that funny. It didn't hit. Like,
yeah.
And you're gonna and like he got fired like the same day he got hired on SNL.
Isn't that wild?
But he's making really funny sketches on YouTube, and he's a really funny stand-up guy.
Huh. Especially because, like, in the early 2000s,
Yeah.
like, such a different demographic. You could joke about things that you would not joke about these
I'm not
days.
sure how old it was. It was probably at least 7 years old.
And I mean, I
but-
guarantee you in 20 years from now, there's going to be jokes that are, like, very tame right now that are super
that are
inappropriate
super
now.
off-color
Or then, yeah.
in 10 years. Oh, yeah, that's going to be fun.
That's weird to think about.
Yeah.
Does that stress you
I'll have
out?
to scrub some stuff. I just hope I stay like kind of somewhat self-employed and or like that kind of deal where I don't have to worry about a boss or a company, like a big company, I guess.
I mean, your dad could listen to this and
he
be like,
doesn't care. He's just like, whatever.
You're fired.
As long as we don't get like a million
You're
views. You're fired. You're fired. China. I never really had a good Trump.
No.
It wasn't good.
But it's okay. You tried.
It's like
and that's what's important. You tried.
Yeah. What's the other one that we were doing? Oh, Bane. Yeah, I can't do Bane either.
Bane, I'm your reckoning. I can't do it without. I have to have both of my hands. Oh,
nice.
Why is this chair so uncomfortable?
I need to update the studio stuff here.
I was just kidding, by the way. The chair's fine.
I'm gonna get some new lights. I need to run them by mail. I found some online for the D&D pod too, and I've got some things I need to run by you as far as shooting and what is gonna go where in here.
I'd prefer a shotgun.
It's a small.
It's easier to hit.
I like a little Walter P22.
I know what that is.
A little 22 pistol.
Yeah,
nice man.
Because I play Call of Duty.
My man.
But you ignored me the other night.
I know. I was playing with
brat.
I was playing with the boys.
I was playing with the girls.
I know. I heard you were playing with Casey and the gals.
Yeah, we had a good time playing prop hunt.
Oh man, I should have hopped on. I was having too much fun with Rowan, Luke, and Zach.
That doesn't sound right.
It was a good time.
You'd have had more fun with us.
Probably have a really good time still. But we were playing Warzone, boy. Not prop hunt. Prop hunt.
Warzone is so 2019.
Oh god.
Get up with the times.
Jeez.
It's time to move
They
on.
keep saying they're gonna update their map, but they just
Don't.
like put it like 20 years earlier in the same map. There's like some shit that's not blown up, basically.
They're not going to keep updating a game that is 6 months old now, and in 6 more months, or barely that, you're going to have a brand new game come out.
You think they're gonna keep Warzone though? Like
Yeah.
on that next game?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They'll keep the
They'll
Battle
have
Royale.
to.
It's a big deal.
It is. People
Yeah.
like it too much.
That's like not keeping zombies. They'll always have zombies.
Yeah,
So.
I get that. Let's watch Yasuke. Trailer.
Yasuke?
Yasuke trailer. This is a Netflix OG. Whoops.
Ooh,
They
didn't
just-
work.
Just yelled at me.
Top 5 spring walleye lures.
Hell yeah.
Come far and wide. You will be the only
See, it's
man
good
on this side of the
animation.
world
It is
to
really
claim
good.
Such treasures.
You dare speak to me? You will pay for your insolence.
This guy's about to cut down a child.
I hope
What
so.
honor is there in striking down a child?
There's Yasuke.
Servant to speak?
Whoa. He's quick too, baby.
Awards those
He's
who
scrappy.
He
He's
is.
just a scrappy little guy.
Dude, he's badass. That's what I sent you guys last night. I think I
Yeah.
sent you because I watched that episode.
The violence is like that's
It's
what I like
fucking
about
dope,
it.
man.
Yeah.
And fun fact, for those of you that listen, what was it? Probably like 5 or 6 episodes ago. It was before episode 100.
Okay.
I watched that Japanese docudrama,
Oh.
and the dude that I spoke about, his name is Nobunaga.
Okay.
He's in this. He's like the main dude, and it like
What?
follows the shit that I kind of like recited on here. How he like got attacked and was like power hungry, and then he
Yeah.
ends up killing himself. Like they put that is in like the first 2 episodes.
Oh shit.
It's
Look
badass.
at you.
I know, right? I was like, no way, I know who this dude is. I'm figuring out this
You like
Japanese
paused it and you're like,
culture.
hold up.
Nobunaga.
Hold up
Yeah.
a minute.
Dude, it was badass. I was like, it's all coming together.
Wow.
I think I just need to go study Japanese culture and history. Maybe become a professor.
Here we go. You and I can go to Japan together.
That sounds. I don't really like traveling. That's a far flight.
we can
dude.
take a boat if it makes you upset.
No, I'll just be drugged up. It's fine.
The flight is mostly over water.
I know. That's even.
Do they go
scarier.
west or east?
They go. No, I don't know. I think what. That's a good question.
It's
actually,
a good question.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways,
Once a servant,
Yasuke.
you have my respect.
Yas.
so he's a servant who becomes a fucking badass.
He's not one of us.
Samurai.
People will not accept him.
I will soon represent the people. And I will
That's him. That's
usher them
Nobunaga
into
right
a
there.
new world.
So is he a good guy?
He is
Because
kind of.
what from what it just sounded like, it sounds like he's like, once I become in power, it's not like the difference of a person is not going to matter.
Yeah, pretty much. He's power crazy.
Okay.
He's not.
Who
He's,
isn't?
Yeah, I know, but he's got like the best interest of the nation at heart. But he's kind of clouded that with his
Own goals.
hunger to fucking control all of Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, but dude, the first 10 minutes of this first episode is this crazy battle scene. There's robots in this. There's magic. Yes, there's robots. Full blown
Really?
like cyborgy bullshit. Yeah, that's where I was like,
Wow.
that's wild.
From the trailer, you wouldn't know that.
Just wait, I think it's gonna show it.
Into a new world.
Here's the first
Dark
like.
army approaching.
Look at you,
Oh,
Yasuke.
there's a giant
Only
mecha.
one who didn't betray me. All that is left for me is an honorable death.
So see, there's where Nobunaga dies.
Of you, my friend.
He like commits Harry Carey or whatever.
Huh.
I don't want to spoil too much. Some other shit.
legendary.
Well, I mean, it's in the trailer.
Yeah.
What have you been doing? There's not been even a whisper
So that's the first
I've been
episode?
surviving, keeping my own.
Yeah.
Shit, a lot happens fast.
Black boatman. My daughter has grown very ill.
Pretty cool.
Oh, and this girl's like magic, and he has to like take her somewhere, I imagine.
Kind of.
Or guard her.
Yeah, more guard. From what I understand, more guarding.
Classic fetch quest, am I
Pretty-
right?
Yeah, dude, she's a badass.
It seems our young prodigy has a warrior as her protector.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. The magic in here is pretty dope too. Like that's in the first episode.
We don't do it alone.
You are such a nerd. I love it.
This
I
dude
love
is creepy
it.
as fuck. He reminded me of you. There's like an. Not him. Not her.
My own.
Not him.
That was a girl.
That one?
No. That girl's badass. And there's a robot.
I guess it is more magical than I initially
Yeah.
thought. I thought it was gonna be more true to like history.
Not
No
really.
matter what armor you
I'm cool
wear.
with that.
There's like an old.
That right there was clean animation.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Ooh.
Yasuke.
Watched
There's
so much Naruto back in the day. I'm so used to him just screaming Sasuke.
there is like an old what do you call him, priest in it that tries to take that girl.
Yeah.
And there's some wild shit that happens, and it kind of reminded me of you.
Me taking like a girl.
Just his
Here
demeanor.
comes Mike trying to steal your girl.
Steal your girl. No, just his demeanor in general, I think.
Calculated then.
Yeah, just kind of creepy.
Thanks. I remember something super racist back in middle school was we were learning like it was like a gathering, and it was someone like teaching us like Japanese terms and how to say it in Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
And this person said, they're like, if you're saying something in Japanese, just always act like you're super angry.
Nice.
And he was like, Yosuke! And I was like, oh. Nowadays, I'm like, ooh, that's rough. And back then, I was like, Yosuke!
It's a pretty guttural language, though. Kind of like German is very throaty and like...
a Guten Tag? Guten Morgen?
I don't know. That's more like Dutch.
Nine.
Yeah, that's German. Like it's very...
From the back of the
It's
throat?
very crisp and like very... I don't know. It's in your mouth. Mouthy.
Mouthy?
Mouthy.
I think when I think of Japanese, it's very stoic. There's not... Like, when I think of like Americans, they always like wear their emotions on their voice.
Yeah.
You know,
unless it's like a Japanese woman singing.
You like that?
Then you get a little bit of emotion, I think.
Yeah. I guess it's... I just always have watched the anime I've watched, like, men in particular are just very either stoic or they're very, like, high energy, yelling all the time. Yeah. My name is Ash Ketchum, and I'm going to be the best Pokemon master in the world.
Did I tell you I've been watching that with my nephew, like, just started? He's never seen any of it.
Yeah?
He got super scared in the first episode because all those Spearow...
fuck
up
Pikachu
the old one. And Ash. Yeah, the very first season 1 Indigo League.
Yeah, they don't make kids like they do nowadays.
Damn, he was scared. He ran out of the room. I was like, get back in here. It gets better. No one dies. I was like, I promise.
He gets like this innate fear of birds for the rest of his life.
He does not like Team Rocket. That's for sure.
Oh, they're the
he
best
gets
part.
Scared of them. I know. I was like, just wait, they'll grow on you.
Yeah.
It's like the first encounter they have, and they're like trying to steal Pikachu. They blow up a fucking Poke Center.
Isn't that crazy to think? Like, I watched as a kid, right? And I don't remember anything that, like, scared me. But it's weird to think, like, that mentality of a child, like, what scares you versus what doesn't scare you.
Yeah, it's weird. I think it's just, like, he's so used to, like, watching happy things and, like, educational shit. He's never really watched...
Like action.
Like, or anything that's, like...
Violence.
Yeah, where it doesn't really go, like, the protagonist's way.
Yeah. I remember watching... Bleach as a small child. Bleach is an anime.
Sounds like a fucking porn channel.
It's not.
You sure?
Maybe. I don't know. But it was
Go look it up at home and let us know.
It was an anime where they like cursed.
Oh, okay.
And it was like very violent.
Yeah.
And it was like PG-13, but as a kid who I only watched like cartoons that were like funny and the violence was fake.
You're watching
saw
like
blood.
Codename Kids Next Door.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden I'm watching this like stuff where like these demons are getting their heads cut off and blood is spraying. I was like, oh, dude. And I remember it. It like took a toll on me.
You're like, man, I'm going to watch this forever.
I hated it. It like scared me a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't like
that.
cursing in
what
cartoons.
Is this junk? Get this junk off the screen, Mom.
But then eventually those anime titties hooked me, and I was like, I'll deal with the violence and the cursing.
What's the girl from Teen Titans?
Starfire Raven?
Starfire, both of them.
Yeah?
What up, girl? You've seen...
Girls.
You've had this.
I see.
Okay.
Yes. Calm down. Stop. Get that smile off your face. I hate it.
You've seen...
The real MVP is Cyborg,
Let's see if I can
he was
actually
the best
show
looking
these.
one.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Oh, yeah, those are pretty tame.
Yeah,
the hot girls you don't know.
What up, Starfire?
You got to watch some of the newer Justice or the Teen Titan stuff. Teen Titan Judas. That's a newer...
One?
Yeah.
What's it on?
It's on HBO Max if you have
God
that.
Damn it, I need to get that so bad. I need to cancel Hulu like I've said I've been doing.
I've been watching a bunch of Rick and Morty on HBO
Hell
Max.
Yeah.
Oh,
South Park's on it? Yeah.
South Park's on it.
Yeah.
I watched season 4 again. It grows on you the second time.
Rick and Morty?
Yeah, I feel like I got to take it back from what I said a few episodes ago on where it's trash.
Okay.
It does grow on you.
It's funny?
The VAT episode is actually pretty funny when you go back and watch it. The Vat of Acid?
Oh, I don't think I've gotten there.
Did you finish it?
No, probably not.
I
saw like
you.
the first 3 episodes. Like, this is okay. It's not as... It doesn't hit as hard as the
first. And you
first.
just stopped.
And I just stopped watching it because I was like...
Disappointment.
That's what I was like. Speaking of Japanese things and like Asian culture, what are your thoughts on that boy band where there's like 12 of them.
The K-pop, I believe the
Yes.
terminology.
BTS.
I don't know much about them.
Their music's all
Well,
right.
I mean, I know them, but I've not listened to any of their music. I think it's the same as it was over here 10 years ago, or 20 years ago.
when we
now.
had like NSYNC and
yeah,
like
NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. It's the same fucking thing.
yeah,
It is funny to me that there's so many.
it's crazy.
Do you remember there was an American Dad episode?
B12, baby.
B12.
Boy, I'm gonna
And that's what it reminds
B12.
me of.
I'm number 8. You know? What was the one? He's like,
I'm
number-
B5. No,
Let's play it.
I'm B6. I pick up sticks. And that was Steve.
One of them was just like the fat kid, and he's like, it's just something stupid. Oh my god, what a funny fucking. Let's see, Rock B12.
Here's a good question for you. Do you think what's too many people to be in a band?
Probably like 7 or 8.
You think that's too many?
That's way too many. Especially, well, it just depends on what they're doing. If they're just sitting there shaking a maraca, the fuck off the stage.
Are all the people in BTS? That's what they're called, right?
Yeah.
It's weirding me out that you know some of these things more than I do.
BTS.
Do they all sing, or do
Yes,
they
I'm
do
pretty
different
sure.
instruments?
Well, they all sing. None of them play instruments. I don't think. I could be wrong.
Okay.
When I've seen them like perform on SNL, they're really good performers.
that's right.
They dance like hell. But they all look. It's crazy how like the trends with like fashion and like what people are into
Are different.
It's like, dude, some of these girls look like some of these guys in the band. See,
Yeah.
I'm getting confused. Some of these guys in the band look like they took like my mom's old yearbook photos and were like, I want to be that. Like, I want to look like my mom in 1986.
Sure.
But
I mean-
it's just weird, like the cuts of the hair and like, I don't know.
We do the same thing though here.
Yeah,
I mean, how many people wear Converse?
I don't know. That's been
Scrunchies are coming back.
That's
like
true.
people love vintage looks right now. That's like a thing.
Yeah, but I just feel like it's all like the guys, like it's just all like Harry. You know Harry Styles too. He's just like super feminine, like just wearing like girls' clothes and stuff like that too. And I'm like,
Well,
what do I got to do to like attract a female? Like, I start wearing high heels and shit, or like
I think that's more of a thing on the current culture that we're living in. Like gender lines are much more blurred and than ever.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, for
people
sure.
don't care. The gender reveal parties are becoming like things of the past.
yeah,
'cause
I'm
people
definitely
don't care
not,
about that.
I'm definitely not having one of those.
And people can really dress, however.
Yeah, it's no like I'm not putting anyone down for dressing like that. I'm just like, it's
No,
wild.
I know you're not.
Yeah,
It's just like the current fashion right now is very like it's non-binary.
yeah, I could see
You know what I
that.
mean?
Yeah,
And especially for like people who are in these like huge pop things.
Mhm. they're like bigger than they. I don't know if they like their frame level. They're probably catching up to like the Beatles. They're internationally.
I
They
would
are
say.
fucking crazy.
Can you look up real quick,
Mhm.
since you're the tech guy?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
the tech guy, the host, the editor, the producer.
What up?
I'm just here looking good,
Mike's
bringing gummy
Mike's
bears.
having a good time playing Jesus Christ.
What
What do you want me to look
Oh,
up?
my child.
My son.
Can you look up and see like how many records they've sold thus far?
That's good. Like record sales.
Yeah.
BTS record sales. We'll just say versus the Beatles
That's a good idea because I'm sure it's the
because
same.
that's a good. What is this? Oh, this is all photos. Okay, let's see. The Beatles and BTS are the only groups to sell 1 million album units in 2020. Wow! So the Beatles,
Beatles
are still selling
Holy-
albums.
Never mind, that answered my question.
Maybe they didn't. Maybe they're not as big as the Beatles,
Well,
but they do come out with a bunch of remastered stuff for the Beatles all the time. But
yeah. I don't know. The Beatles. I've never cared for the Beatles.
that's fine. A lot of people don't like them.
But then again, I'm not this huge like music guy.
Yeah.
Guy, you know.
Not the music gay.
But no, I think 12. I mean, however many guys are in that band, it's fine. But for you, who's actually in a band, who's coordinated all these things, like that gets a little chaotic.
That would,
And-
I couldn't imagine. Well, the thing is, they're all managed, and they have like they don't make. I don't know if they write their own music, but they don't. None of them play. As far as I know, none of them actually play instruments on stage.
So to me, that becomes a little chaotic and almost like a show choir.
It is. It's
like
just
a
they're
performance,
and they're very choreography based too. So it's a lot of dancing.
yeah.
Yeah.
In the United States, like now, for all of our international listeners,
yeah,
in the
there's so
United
many.
States, most performers are single-based, right? It's
Oh, yeah.
not a group.
Yeah, it's crazy how
I think
that
it
is.
would be hard-pressed to name a group currently that are like a group.
Well, there still are, but you're definitely right. It's going singer-songwriter route because there's so much shit you can do on your computer. Like, I could record a whole album and have, like, electronic drums that sound exactly like real drums.
Yeah.
I could get someone that I know to play piano or something, and then I just write and record the rest of it myself.
But I mean, even like singers, there's no band that I know of that has like 2 or 3 singers. You know,
Yeah.
You think of Taylor Swift, Harry Styles,
Yeah. Like the
Billie
big pop,
Eilish,
like the pop bands.
Yeah.
A lot of them are just solo.
and like Panic at the Disco. Even it's Brendan Urie.
Yeah.
He's the only one that sings.
Yeah.
A lot of people that I hate will put out like a really great song, right? I hate them.
Like who?
I don't know. But they'll put out like this one-hit wonder, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll re-release it, and they'll have someone else famous come on
DJ Khaled.
another one, and they'll like just do a
Featured.
verse of it.
Yeah,
you know?
they just
that
get,
bugs me.
and they just get featured, and it's like it blows up.
yeah,
Definitely.
like Harry Styles did that with something.
Watermelon sugar.
I
That
don't.
one.
I don't know.
Watermelon sugar. DJ Watermelon sugar.
That was a
Anyway.
pretty awful DJ Khaled
So-
voice.
On the note of boy bands, dude, this is the funniest shit.
Boys 12, girl, you need a shot.
He's funny as
you're gonna feel a little prick.
holy shit. This is the greatest fucking. This episode was so funny,
It was really
and they
good.
get canceled in like 20 minutes after this because of the.
And Roger hangs himself.
No, his uncle does, because he's like the producer, the
Yeah, that
Jewish
was
producer.
Roger.
No, it was his actual uncle.
No, that was Roger.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Better lose that boyfriend before I fist him.
See, there's nothing like this out right now other than BTS, you know?
Right. Exactly.
But I think it's really smart.
Yeah.
Because you have so many different guys, so many different personalities.
Exactly.
That's going to attract different people.
Exactly.
I'm B2, I wanna get with you. I'm B3, wanna be with me.
I'm B4 and I'll make you soar.
I'm B5, I make you feel alive.
I'm B6, I pick up sticks. I'm B7, I'll take you to heaven. I'm B8 and I am great.
I'm B9 and I'm so fine. I'm B10, I remember when.
I'm B11, I'm in love with B7.
Isn't B7 his friend? Right, this dude. I forget their names.
It's not him.
Him, yeah.
TJ.
Fucking
Yeah.
hilarious. I'm B11. I'm in love with B7. It's just like an old guy.
And Constantine.
Constantine. And one of them is like clearly a girl too.
Japanese.
My sister died.
I'm sweet.
My sister died.
I'm B8, I've got
My
the penis of a man.
Gay dad.
I'm sleepy. And together we
I'm
Oh my
sleepy.
god, dude. My sister's dead. Holy shit. Oh, please watch this on YouTube. This is funny as fuck.
But
This is a pretty cool little like
It's overdue.
it's a really well music video.
yeah, like it's actually put together pretty damn awesome.
It reminds me of those old Disney Channel commercials.
Yes.
Where they do like music videos for like a second. You'd see like it flash down on the lower left-hand side of the screen.
The Disney logo. That's hilarious. And then they like get all pumped because they made that like one hit wonder. Then they're like, the record company just called. They've got Boys 13 in Japan or something like that. And then Roger goes and hangs himself.
Yeah.
What
It's
a
smart though,
Fucking hilarious.
because you have like these different.
It is.
Even if you don't like one person in the band, you
Yeah.
have like all these others.
Right.
So you get like groupies of different people.
And that's the thing. I knew people that are like into like, I like this one, I like that one, or like, you know, even with like NSYNC. No, I'm talking like the old boy bands. Like, my sisters were super into all that shit.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Go figure.
Can't imagine.
2004, 3, whenever that shit was out. 2001, probably even earlier.
2000s.
Yeah.
What a wild time. Boy bands,
JT.
girl bands.
Space Cowboy.
Now everybody's solo. The solo act.
It's true. There's more money to be made
Yeah.
with the solo act.
Yeah.
I guess if you're good. Yeah, man, crazy. What did I want to? Oh, dude, some crazy shit happened.
How crazy.
It was it's pretty cool. It's not crazy.
I was gonna say on a scale from 1 to 10 on crazy.
I say it's like a 6.5. For me, it's big.
Wow, that's impressive.
For me,
you, it's
for
big?
me, it's big. It's because something
Did
happened.
a girl swipe right?
No. That's I don't even care about that shit anymore.
Oh, wow.
It's just like, no, it's just that's how jaded I am to this stupid shit. I mentioned in the past, my cousin Nick has a D&D podcast called Bombarded. Go check him out on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, all that good shit. If you like D&D podcasts, where it's basically a group of multi-classed. Here comes some nerd jumbo lingo for you. Multi-classed characters that are all bards, and then they multi-class with the different whatever you call it, character classes. Thank you. Classes. Anyway, I listened to a pretty big D&D podcast called Not Another D&D Podcast. Ro got me into it. It's pretty big. They used to tour, and they would sell out like international venues.
I believe it.
Yeah,
they're really good.
They're huge and they're funny, and they were like every once in a while they'll do like it's called D&D Court, where their fans like write in like their grievances with their own quests or like their own campaigns.
Yeah.
And my cousin's podcast, Bombarded, got mentioned on Not Another D&D Podcast, and I was like,
That's
I got goosebumps.
crazy.
I was like, what? Murph, the main DM, was like, he was talking about multi-classing, and he name dropped Bombarded. He's like, I think there's this podcast called Bombarded where they multi-class with bards, and I was like, holy shit! And I like screen recorded it, and then I texted my cousin. I was like, dude, your podcast just got mentioned on Not Another D&D Podcast. He's like, I've never listened, but I heard it's huge. He's like, you're like the 5th person to tell me this. I was like, I'm such a proud cousin right now. He's from Texas.
It's a big, it's a big
podcast. Like,
podcast.
holy shit. Just to hear that, and I was like, God damn. Just out of the blue. Like, I was not expecting, you know what I mean, them to mention anything like that. But it's a small world. Pretty cool when that shit happens.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he, in turn, we got to chatting. And he's like, I got to listen to it. I was like, you'll like it. Because we have like the same sense of humor kind of when it comes. We appreciate that shit. But he's like, check out this one podcast. He's like, it's like a little slower to start. It's called Dungeons and Daddies, which I've seen the name, but I've never listened to it. And it's a podcast where there's 4 people playing and they're all dads. It's like a real world kind of thing.
I think I've heard of this.
Yeah, they're all dads, and then they get like sucked into a portal, which is like the fantasy land pretty much, and they lose all their sons.
Oh no.
And they're like on a quest to go find their sons, and like all their sons are like different, like, and they're all different types of dads too. Like it's wild.
It's like the opposite stereotype of like your character's trying to find your dad or your lost parent. You're just trying to find your son.
Really funny too.
It's like my son went out to go get some cigarettes and
hilarious.
he never came back.
It's funny because they like get warped into this fantasy world, and they're in their Honda Element van or some Honda van, Honda Odyssey, and like everyone's like, what is that? And they're driving around in a van, and everyone's like on horseback and shit. It's really fun. So check that out if you're in a D&D podcast. It's fun. Dungeons and Daddies. It's pretty big. I think you'd like it.
Okay.
It's a really funny, really clever story. Like all of them are really, really funny.
I like the idea of just dads wandering around, like modern day dads, like wandering around back, like in fantasy world.
Right.
It's like, I just want to go to a bar.
And one of them has like, after a battle, he like opens up a 6-pack and just starts handing off like beers. He's like, they're twist off. And he just starts like, and they're like, that's their like health potions and shit.
That's funny.
Pretty cool.
That's very clever.
Yeah. There's some fun little things in there that I think you'd like.
Okay.
That are just kind of interesting. Dude, Mike showed up today with a whole gallon of milk, or half gallon of milk. I was like, what is that for?
I did debate getting a whole gallon.
I was like, are you going to be feeding a child here?
I'm like, I'm just going to tuck it in my shirt and let you.
I've been, what is that called? Pumping. I can't get rid of this. I've been fucking full of milk all day. All my bosoms.
Like, please take it.
It's super good for you.
I have 5 gallons in my fridge.
It's all natural. We're not nice and cold for you too.
Did you know men can be milked?
Lactate?
Yeah, sure, lactate. That's the appropriate word, but get milked.
I knew someone.
I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
I could try.
Do you know what that's from?
No.
You uncultured swine.
What is that from?
That is
Harry
from
Potter.
Meet the Parents.
Oh.
Where he's talking about milking a cat.
Hagrid says it to the one girl that he was into in the Goblet of Fire.
Who was he into, Johnny? I will give
other
you
very
my wallet
large
if
person.
you know her name.
Madame.
Yeah?
Grande.
No,
The
it's
largest of the
not.
land. I don't know.
It's
She was
not
another
Matt
very
Grande.
bigger person, right?
She was a giant.
That's
Like
right.
either a half giant or
That's
a full giant.
That's
one
right.
of them.
Probably half giant. And she's like, "Come here and milk me."
And
And
he
Hagrid's
did.
like, "I will for my country, for I am no dishonorable man."
I would love for you personally
Oh, boy.
to write smut between Hagrid and I forget her name.
See, you don't even know.
Yeah, I don't.
fucking
Yeah,
name.
I'm not that big of a fan.
Fair.
That's not true. I am.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think you should write a smut about that. I would read it.
And Dobby runs in.
Yeah.
I've got your sock. The wrong sock. This one is full of cum.
Damn, one of Hagrid's socks would be as big as Dobby.
Yeah, dude.
How did we take this turn? What were
What
we
do you
talking
think?
about?
What do you think size? Dude, he's probably just fucking filling
His
people
schlong
up
or
with
his
loads.
sock or his
loads.
shoe?
His
His
loads. He's filling gallon fucking buckets up. Probably. He's dropping buckets.
Probably like a liter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably not. Maybe a cup.
He drinks a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
He's probably got some gnarly loads.
I don't want to think about it. I don't like this. Go on to the next topic. What were we talking about when we got on to Harry Potter?
Oh, you said something. I could be milked or whatever. I've got nipples.
Oh, I
can
brought
milk.
milk.
Oh, that's from. Is it from Game of Thrones? No, excuse me. That's
No.
another. That was
Where?
that was
What?
that was another clip we watched on the show. Remember the last season
Oh, yes.
where he's like, "Giants milk."
Yeah, he's plugging it down.
Yeah.
I think once you finish Yasuke, I think I'm going to recommend your first big boy anime.
Ooh, doggy.
And by big boy anime, it's a very like
Intermediate level.
no, it's like entry level anime. It's
Okay.
very like it's very popular. It's a super popular anime. Doesn't have like 600 episodes. It's violent, but it has like way more depth.
Is it
than-
Attack on Titan?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot more depth than you're used to.
Okay.
But the animation's really good, and I think you'll like the characters.
I'm watching One Piece. Fuck off.
You are not watching One Piece. You can't. I think that you can't.
You think it'd ruin it for me?
Look, I think if One Piece just started and it was the current animation, not animation from like the 90s, you would
Oh,
dig
okay.
the
That's
hell
why.
out of it.
That's why. It's just old looking.
It's old.
Okay.
Well, there's over like 600 episodes.
Right. Are they still
Literally.
making episodes for
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Wow.
They passed 1,000 chapters.
Good God.
In the manga, which is a huge deal. I don't think any other manga has passed 1,000 chapters.
Manga. Ooh. Sexy.
I think you could read it. I think because you like pirates and you like
I do like
fighting and
pirates.
special abilities.
Pirates are pretty cool.
It's basically X-Men pirates.
I like a swashbuckler mutant.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
And the ladies are very nice to
All right.
look at.
I'm into it.
Oh,
Those boys know what they're doing over there.
Nami, she's the navigator, but also
Oh.
like the meteorologist of the
Okay.
company.
Oh, that's why you're into her.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're like, what up, girl? Is it going to rain tonight?
Actually, she's not. I don't think I.
She's not that great. You wouldn't trust her?
I,
far as the
I would
forecast?
trust her with my forecast,
Forecasting?
but I wouldn't trust her with my foreskin. You know what I mean?
Jesus, I feel you there.
Okay.
What, is she dirty or something?
No, I just.
Oh, excuse me.
I don't care for her in that way.
What do you think about girls with guys' names? Like with boys' names? Traditionally.
Like Alex, for example.
Or Logan.
Well, I guess I don't know. Logan's weird.
I think it's kind of cute.
I've
I don't know.
always just thought like most people I've met with those names, I associate them with that. Like Alex to me is either way.
That makes
and Logan,
sense. Yeah.
I don't know a girl who is named Logan.
Let's say you're me and you're like on dating apps and you see a girl with that name.
it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, but I think it's kind of cool. Like some of them are kind of like they're cute, and then there's some that are like, what if a girl's name was like Rick or Keith?
I don't think that I'd mind.
You don't think you'd mind at all?
No, I think that's actually kind of like funny.
It's kind of like unique or novel.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm dating someone. What's
Chester.
their name? Rick. Oh, and how is he? Oh no, it's a she.
How? Yeah.
Her name is Rick, and I love her.
That's like kind of one of those like Terry too. That's like unisex almost.
Yeah, yeah,
Right? Yeah.
yeah. I think I don't know.
Peter.
I think that Peter.
Peter.
Mallory's terrible at impersonations, but her Lois is the only good
a good
impersonation
one.
she has.
Lois.
I think that could be something because we were talking about the future a bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe down the road where you will find that a lot. Because like I said, gender, like the binary line is super blurry right now.
Yeah.
And I think down the road, you are going to get people named like Rick or Thomas who are like female women. And you're going to get people who are like Stephanie, Tiffany, Sarah, who are men.
Tiffany is a guy I feel like I've heard.
I feel like I could find a guy named Tiffany.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know why that's
I wouldn't be upset. I feel like I would like Tiffany as my name.
My boy,
what up, Tiff?
My boy Tiffany over there. Go check out my boy.
Yo, what's up, TT Tiff?
Yo, big Tiff.
Yeah.
What it do? I don't know. Yeah, I just thought it was weird. I was swiping on stupid dating apps, and I was like, there's a girl named Logan. I was like, that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that for a girl's name.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd name my kid
I was
that.
just gonna
I don't
say.
know. I don't know. It'd be real tough.
Yeah.
I'd be setting her up for some fun poking when
But
she
see,
gets to school.
That's the weird thing that we had to deal with that when we were kids in school. I don't think our kids will.
I think people are already kind of bypassing that in school nowadays.
Yeah.
Because it's like they've probably seen so much and like heard so much. They're like, nothing really phases the kids of today, of the present.
That and like, hopefully, their parents aren't like
assholes.
Assholes and like teaching that kind of sense to where it's like, I can't believe a parent would name their daughter Logan. How dare they?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they're going to have to deal with that. I think they're going to be like, you're always going to be bullied for something. Like, your hair style is wrong, your shirt's different. But I don't know if, like, well, let me rephrase that. If your name is Logan Butt Sniffer.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. You're going to get made fun of for the last name.
I'm gonna name my child. That's my middle name for my next child.
Yeah, Butt Sniffer?
Yeah. Did you ever watch 21 Jump Street, like the new one with, like, Channing Tatum and, what's the other kid? Or Jonah Hill?
No.
It was like they like go back to school to like they're like fucking undercover or whatever, and Channing Tatum like goes to bully some kids, and all the kids are like, "Hey, that's fucking bullying. We don't do that here." And he's like immediately ostracized, and like they all hate him.
Yeah, I really
think
that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I
could see that.
It's weird, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I really like have the most hope for like kids now. I might be like one of the only ones, because I know like older generations always like criticized us, but I have like so much hope for the kids
as far as being kind to each other.
Yeah,
I definitely
just being
think
like more decent than we were growing up. I think we grew up and became decent.
Yeah, maybe being more mindful.
But I was a cunt.
Yeah,
back
definitely.
In the day.
Selfish, that kind of stuff.
Super
like,
insensitive.
I think a lot of the kids are going to be more mindful towards a lot of things.
Yeah,
because they're dealing with. I mean, that's just how I feel like time works too.
Well, they're definitely have more. I don't want to say role models, but people on the internet who are like big YouTubers, who are for the most part, as weird as they are, they're still like good people.
It's like a self-help.
They teach good morals, most of them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and you can find self-help through other mediums that like other than books, which is kind of lame. I don't know. Like self-help books are fine, but like if you can get a podcast or a YouTube video or like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, for me, I listen to podcasts like crazy.
Yeah,
and they're like promoting health and like mental health and like physical health and all that shit. And they're like, hey, do this and like be good to yourself and maybe exercise a little bit. Like that's a lot better than what our parents had.
Oh yeah,
they would have had to read or like hear about it on the news or from someone else, like maybe one of their actual role models in life. But
yeah,
it's weird how it works
because it's you can read about it, but you can't really put a face to the words. And when you have somebody like a podcast or someone on YouTube or whatever medium that you can actually see speak and talk, you put like that's a relationship, that's a connection, and you can be like, oh, these are the words to the person. I'm not alone. Yeah,
it's weird because like, and you want like, I don't know why this sparked, but like when I was in school, they're like, when you're watching TV or watching shows, you're like inviting these people into your lives or into your living room. Like it's an intimate thing, and you want to like, it's like a relationship almost, and that's how I feel some podcasts are. Like you've built this relationship, and it's an intimate. You're inviting them into like your life, kind of.
You almost want to be friends with them.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, hell yeah!
Even though they don't have any idea who you are.
Exactly.
I had back when I was in college, I started watching this YouTuber, and
PewDiePie.
It wasn't PewDiePie. It was not PewDiePie. Although I did watch him in college. No, he was a PokeTuber.
Who was
he did
it?
a lot of Pokemon playthroughs. He was.
Is he around still or no?
His YouTuber tag was the King Nappy. Okay.
Oh, okay. I feel
Very-
like you've told me about this guy.
Yeah,
Or
very
this person,
energetic
I
guy. Huh?
I said this person. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl.
It's a guy. And I watched him like all the time in college, most of the time after college too. I really liked his content, what he did, his friends and everything. And it's like you said, it almost becomes like a personal thing.
Yeah.
Like a friend that you don't is not actually your friend.
Especially when you get on a schedule
Yeah.
of watching or listening.
And then it came out that he was like not this good guy. He was like grooming this younger individual who was underage at the time.
Shit.
Yeah. And
Damn.
a lot of stuff came out about him that was like he was not the good person that you saw.
Smoke and
right?
mirrors.
Yeah.
Kinda, he was just putting an act on.
And that really messed with I
fucks
was
with
sad.
you. Yeah. Oh, I bet, man.
You know?
I bet.
Not so much that stuff like he's a piece of trash and I feel really bad for the victims, but it was almost like I lost a friend.
No, yeah.
Because I was like
you feel like you were duped almost.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what a shitty thing. Like I like you said, it's like you invite this person, it's all like a friendly relationship, and then in actuality,
He pulled a fast one on everybody.
yeah,
Wasn't
it
he
bummed
pretty?
me out for
He was
a
pretty
while.
famous too.
He had like 500,000 subscribers.
That's pretty famous.
Yeah,
I wish we could get up there.
but it was just a weird, surreal experience
It's
to be
weird.
like, this is a person. This isn't like some like you put a person on a pedestal, especially famous people.
Definitely. That's why they say never meet your heroes, kind of.
Right.
Especially when they're like that or Hollywood-ish. It's weird how like you can feel those type of feelings for people you've never met.
Yeah.
Like I remember the only time I think I've ever felt that way, like really bummed out when like we'll say a celebrity passed away, was when Anthony Bourdain killed himself. I remember hearing about that like in the morning. Like I was like on Twitter, like before I went to work, I was like, God damn, that freaking sucks. Because I watched all of like Parts Unknown, without reservation or something like that, or I forget. He had like 3 different shows, and they were all badass. He was such a good. He was a like fucking professional chef, but then he like would travel around doing these docu-series where he's like traveling to different parts of the country or the world, and like just deep diving into different cultures and like cooking and like meeting fucking kings and all this wild shit. And then he killed himself. I was like, oh my God, dude, this is pretty deep. And like he was such a cool guy too. And he's been on podcasts that I listened to, and he seemed really like he was legit. Like he was the guy that he portrayed on TV and stuff. I was like, damn, it's crazy.
Isn't it weird? Like you remember exactly where you are, exactly what the day was when you find out things like that.
Yeah, that's the truth. I knew exactly, and I was like so bummed driving in my van that morning. I was like, God, this fucking sucks.
I remember 2 famous people. I know exactly where I was when they died. One was Steve Irwin. I remember I was in 8th grade,
A legend.
and I was in my history class, and it came on TV, and I was bummed the whole day.
Hell yeah.
And the other one was Robin Williams.
Oh yeah, that was a big one too.
Yeah,
that was out of left field. I feel like for us.
I mean, it opened up a lot of conversation about how people who are happy or who appear happy aren't necessarily, which I thought was a good thing. It sucks that we lost someone to like make that conversation happen.
Right.
But it was rough. I was in a fucking Dairy Queen of all places.
Oh my God.
I was supposed to be a happy place.
The happiest place on earth. Some might
I'm eating
say.
my ice cream and boom,
Banana splitting it up, and all of a sudden,
Robin
freaking Robin
passed
Williams.
away.
Yeah, dude.
It was rough.
He was a legend too. Both of those guys, legends.
And I don't know if you've ever had it to where you'll be watching or listening to something of someone who has passed, and you get a little sad because you're like
Aladdin. You're watching the genie,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
cracking up. And you're like, oh.
and it's weird because you think of like, what are things that could have been? Like,
yeah.
you know,
Roles or I don't know. He probably could have produced a lot of stuff too, or like created different things. Yeah, well,
Heath Ledger. He was
Oh,
going
dude,
to
yeah.
be in the 3rd Batman.
how good would he have been as Joker?
And it's like, what would it have been? We'll never see it.
yeah, that part just consumed him.
Yeah. It's
Wild.
That's why Mal is very against method acting.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That's what she says.
Yeah, That's I don't know how that really works all too like much. Like I'd imagine it'd fuck with you mentally though. If you were like doing
you're
it
always this
professionally
character.
and that was what you're getting paid to do, and like you were gonna be in a fucking $1 billion film,
Mm-hmm.
and you were going balls deep like Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
What a performance though.
Yeah, but I mean, at
what
cost?
At what cost, man?
Yeah, it's rough.
Not to bum everyone out. Jeez, we kind of got a little somber there.
I mean,
We got
fine.
real. We got real.
Jesus was with us earlier,
Yeah,
so
dude.
I mean,
Jesus was here in flesh. I saw him. I'm a believer. We're gonna start a new segment called what are we gonna call it? Something about what we learned this week. We'll come up with
we'll
something.
workshop
snappy.
it.
We'll snap it up. That'd be a cool podcast name.
What?
Snap it up.
Snap it up.
I don't know.
It always starts with that. And we're back.
Welcome back to
Snapping
Snap
it up. Where we it up. Today we're here with Johnny Goodrich. Yeah, everybody snaps. Everybody snaps.
It's like a fucking poetry, whatever you call it, lounge. But anyways, we're gonna do a reoccurring segment where Mike and I share something fun that we learned, something serious, something fun, something stupid, something silly. Who knows? Something that we learned. And I'm gonna go ahead and have Mike share his learning tidbits here first. There can be more than one if you got more than one.
Ooh,
Ooh,
I do.
Lordy.
Because when Johnny pitched it to me, I was like, fine.
Mm.
But he never explained it. So
Yeah.
I got two. One, which is like a life lesson, something I learned in the week, and two,
Okay.
just kind of a fun fact.
Nice. I like them both.
So
Hit me.
my fun fact for you all, something I learned this week, is that when you are flying in an aeroplane,
Aeroplane.
you actually lose 30%, people say, through studies, you lose 30% of your taste bud capacity.
No way.
Yeah, which is why people theorize why people hate airline food
Oh shit.
is because you don't taste as well in high elevation or
Right?
altitude.
Is that right?
Sorry. Yeah. Altitude, elevation,
Same
thing.
shit.
And it's a pressurized cabin, which also fucks with you.
Wow. Okay, that makes total sense because I feel like drinking things I can't taste as well.
Yeah.
Which is why fucking booze goes down a lot easier on a plane, I feel like, too.
Yeah.
And, like, they give you, like, salty-ass food on planes probably for that reason. Maybe? Peanuts, crackers,
probably
pretzels.
to make you thirstier and want to drink.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But I mean, same bit.
Yeah. No, the only time I've ever eaten, like, meals on a plane was a cross-continental flight to Africa. And it was, I hated the food. We were on Turkish Airlines, and I think I've told you this. They love eggplant in Turkey.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Because why not?
Because eggplant, bro, I guess it grows a lot there. I hate eggplant. I've never tried it. I had it there on that airline. I was like, fuck this. Everything had eggplant. I was like, what are the options? And they're like chicken with eggplant or some other eggplant like pasta. And I was
Turkey
like,
with eggplant or just eggplant?
guess I'll eat pretzels. No, and then everything smelled like eggplant, and I was like, I'm gonna kill myself. No, but that makes total sense. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Where did you learn that?
Who told me that? It was somebody.
Okay,
Just somebody that came into my
God.
work. I learn a lot of like fun facts through people
that's cool.
because they like hear about it or read about it.
Yeah,
I did fact check it today to make sure it was actually
right.
a
Yeah,
fact.
you're not spitting lies to our
Yeah.
listeners.
And the kind of life fact that I learned through this week, as a kid, we would have to wait a week for the next episode of something to come out.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
And nowadays it's like we wait for seasons, not episodes, right? I think that's why we have such a hard time remembering names and events of like current TV shows.
Like short-term stuff.
Well, think about The Witcher, for example.
Okay.
You just watched it.
Yeah.
Again.
I'm almost done rewatching.
Doesn't it seem like you don't remember much of it when you rewatched it?
Crazy how little I knew what was
Right.
going on.
I think that when we were kids, we would like wait for shows to come out, episodes, and in the meantime, they would rerun those episodes. Like, I can remember everything about Dexter's Lab.
I think that's you're right.
Every single
Yeah.
thing, all the names.
Because they replayed like the previous episode
Before
that
the new one.
Yeah, exactly.
So I
You
can
got it.
remember all these things
Which
like
is
as a kid, but
fucking
I can't
smart.
remember most like the last season of Big Mouth, for example. I can't remember most of it because I watched the whole season in like a weekend or two.
Yeah.
And it's been months since I've watched it.
I think it was too because the same reason. It was because like watching was a bigger deal too. Like it was an event.
Yeah.
It was like, this is what we're doing on Thursday night. Like Lost is on, and they're like, Lost is a bad example because they wouldn't play a whole episode of Lost before the new one. But like cartoons for sure.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, here's the last, like SpongeBob or something maybe, or something more episodic, I guess.
And there's no commercials to like elongate that episode. Everything is just presented.
Right.
So it's interesting to me what that's going to do for like the current generation's memory, short-term memory especially, because they're given so much information so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's great, and you'll be knowledgeable and more factually well-rounded. But is that good in terms of like really absorbing the material? You know what I mean?
I get you.
Because I feel like school is going to be harder for kids now because school does what it did like for episodes back in the day. You'd go through a new episode, like a math stuff.
Yeah, like a new
The
whatever.
next day you'd review it and then go on to something new.
Exactly. And you move on from it.
Right.
I was terrible with that shit too.
Math?
Oh my God.
Math, geography, history.
Just to keep lining it up, man.
Reading, English.
I was all right at reading in English.
Shakespeare.
Writing, reading, and that's about it.
Speaking of which, shout out to all of our teachers. It is
dude.
Teacher Appreciation
It's
Month.
fucking Teacher Appreciation Month, and I think it's Nurse Appreciation Week or month.
We'll just make it a month.
We'll
Fuck it. Everybody gets a month.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah! Finally!
Yeah. But shout out to all the teachers and nurses.
Yeah. Oh, not to divert, but today at work, I was at a health facility, and they were celebrating Nurse Appreciation Week, and one of the ambulance services had a huge like grill out for all the all the faculty and like people that were working there.
Yeah.
They were just grilling hot dogs, hamburgers, Polish sausage, Italian sausage. There was chips, brownies, cookies, whatever.
Wow.
And I was like walking back to my van, and one of the guys was like, "Hey, are you hungry?" I'm like at the south side of Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm like fucking watching myself. This guy's like, "Are you hungry?" And I was like, "Yeah." What do you got? And he's like, these are all a bunch of older guys grilling shit up. They're like, "Oh, here, get yourself something to eat to go." And they loaded me up with a plate with a cheeseburger, an Italian sausage,
Wow.
gave me some chips, a drink, and a cookie, and slapped me on my ass and sent me back to Indiana. Yeah, I was like, hell yeah. And I think I snapped you guys. I was like, Happy Nurses Appreciation Week or whatever the fuck. And Rose like, you're welcome. But that was fun. I got a free meal. Ate it in the van on my ride home.
Yeah.
Immediately regretted eating all that.
Why?
It's just a lot of grease. Like my stomach is just so gassy afterwards.
who
It's like
you
blah,
are.
blah, 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 and I'm just farting and burping like painful chest pains. I'm old.
You are getting
My
old.
body's
Well, we're
deceiving
both getting
me.
old.
I'm going to a doctor.
28.
For it. Yeah. I'm going to the GI and the endo.
Get your tummy looked at.
Yes.
You should.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you're taking care of yourself.
Trying.
That's good self-care right
It's like
there.
the past 4 years or so. It's just been. Wow. Are we? We're only an hour in.
Yeah,
I thought
calm
that
down.
said an hour 40. I was like, dude, we gotta wrap this up.
Oh, bye everybody.
Yeah.
Nice seeing you.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like the past 3 years, how like your stomach and everything can change on a. Just if you're listening to this and you're like kind of younger, just live it up, man. Because I used to be a what do you call it? Just a tank. Like my body was just would not fucking.
You can eat
falter.
anything you
Yeah.
want and not really suffer from it. Same as drinking. As we've gotten older, it's been
Oh yeah, no,
I don't know, but I'm
it
sure
definitely hits you a lot harder the next day. I can't fuck around like I used to. I could have like a few beers,
Yeah.
and then be all right. But if I get really
Sloppy?
wired up, I'll be paying for it. Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay. So here's what I learned this week. The other day, I was on the stair climber, and I decided to really push myself.
Oh no.
And I decided to go for like a little over an hour.
You shit your pants.
Like an hour 5. That'd be hilarious. Much funnier than what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
Greater story. I went for like an hour 5. I put on a sweatshirt with the hood on, so I sweat in sweatpants.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing's got like the arm movements too, so you're like stepping and it's the arm, whatever,
Movement.
pulls. Yeah. And I get off, no big deal. Like, I'm sweating my ass off. I was like, good workout, good shit. Burn maybe like 400 or 500 calories.
Enough for those gummy bears.
Exactly, yeah. Enough for a whole bag of KC's gummy bears, baby. And like later that night, I start getting some weird sensation in my right arm. I'm like, this is kind of weird. I'm like an anxious guy naturally, too.
Yeah.
As some of you know. I was like, that's weird. I was like, it's probably just from working out. And then, like, I go to, like, watch TV and, like, I'm laying in bed. And, like, my little window's open. I was like, that's really weird. My right arm is, like, super cold right now. It's, like, strange. So I close it. And I was like, that's really weird. My right arm is freezing right now. So I put, like, a heating pad over it. And it's, like, 10:30. And I'm, like, getting a little nervous. And I'm like, I need to just calm down a little bit. Like, I've been through this enough times where I've had, like, panic and anxiety. Where, like, nothing's bad is happening. Like, I just need to, like, I psych myself out sometimes.
Yeah.
So I cracked a cold beer and just, like, kind of relaxed. Like, did a couple big breaths, drank a beer, had, like, just chilled out for a second.
I'm trying to think, like, where this is going.
Yeah.
Like, medically. But
Yeah.
Continue.
And then I was like, I'm going to do the one thing I swore I'd never do and just Google my symptoms. I was like, maybe this will help. If not, I might have to go to a hospital tonight.
Yeah.
I was like 50-50 shot. And I threw it on Google and I was like, right arm freezing. And it was like weird too. It was literally from my shoulder down to like my wrists.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? Everything else was fine.
Did you have sensation?
What do you mean?
Like feeling?
Yes, I did.
It
wasn't
just
numb.
super cold.
It was just cold. That's what
the
it really
only
fucked
symptom.
me up. Yeah, because I was like, if I was having a heart attack, it's usually numb,
Well, that's the left arm.
but it can switch.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
that's my
Yeah.
fun fact.
both my
Fuck
grandparents
me.
both have had a heart attack.
God
My
damn
grandma
it.
and my grandpa on my mom's side. So I'm like, oh Jesus, it's just a fucking ticking time bomb.
It's just a demon in here.
Yeah.
He's just cuddling up
What
to
up?
you like,
It's
hey,
you,
boy, I saw you
boy."
stepping on that machine
Leave
over there.
me,
You're looking
demon.
pretty good.
You're working pretty hard, huh? I'm gonna make you a little chilly. But anyway, so I'm like, all right,
Let me cool you
I'll
off.
throw this on Google, see what the hell is going on with my right arm. I'm freaking out a little bit, trying not to, because if I start, it's really hard to de-escalate.
Yeah, you're just gonna.
Well, it just ramps I psych myself out. Like I said, it ramps up, my heart rate goes up, and then I will literally start to shake. Like if you ever had an anxiety attack or panic attack?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I get anxiety, but it's not to. You know
It's
what?
not to the point where you get physical.
I've had it only once,
Okay.
and it's when I was really thinking about death.
Holy shit.
And I got myself so, like you said,
Yeah.
so worked up. I began like shaking.
I'm dying. That's what it is, yeah.
I was in bed, like trying to go to
that's
sleep.
literally-
And I was like, what if it's just a void after life? And I really thought on it.
Wow.
So yeah, I did. I guess a small one,
Mm-hmm.
but not. I was just like, forget about it.
I've had like maybe 3 episodes where it's gotten bad enough where my entire body is physically fucking like shaking uncontrollably.
Does it make that sound?
But no, it's gotten bad and it's really hard to de-escalate from that. But
Sure.
eventually,
Not to make light.
I'll
on
either
it.
no, it's whatever. But so I throw it up on Google and it's like these symptoms are usually a byproduct of carpal tunnel. And I was like, that's really interesting. I was like, it was like a Wednesday. I was like, I did drive like 6 hours the past 2 days, like total. I was like, I'm gripping the wheel all day. And then I come home and do an hour 5 on this machine where I'm gripping the thing pretty hard.
Yeah.
I was like, that makes total sense. And then I like read more about it and it like totally broke it down. I was like, yeah, it's definitely carpal tunnel, like in your arm and your hand and your wrist. Like it's just the muscles. And I read up a little bit about it. So that's what I learned this week is your arm can have freezing sensations as a byproduct of carpal tunnel syndrome, which I thought it was just cramping.
Yeah.
But turns out, nah.
I guess that makes sense. You do drive a lot, and I
Yeah.
imagine you do grip pretty hard.
Oh, dude, I grip real hard.
Yeah.
That's what the boys tell me.
You should be careful.
Yeah, I know.
You should do some stretches, like some prayer stretches.
Yeah, you need to tell me what's up with that because I'm sure you know what the hell's going on. With
I
that.
can get a few recommendations on some stretches and like exercises you could do just to kind of help loosen some stuff.
Yeah, because I think a lot of it is the driving.
Oh, I'm sure
Because
you
I'm
drive
just
most of your
constantly
day,
fucking like at least 4 hours a day at this.
and you're also like gripping your
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Gripping the boys.
Gripping the boy.
The
boys.
The boy. Whoa, the boys.
I mean, you do
Hey,
a controller
boys.
too on video games.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of computer work, a lot of driving. Like, it's just all a perfect storm for carpal tunnel for me here.
Yeah.
Guitar. Like, what
And
else?
fishing.
Fucking jaying off.
I mean, if you're consistently like it's a lure.
Yeah.
I mean, you are doing.
I'm holding on. Yeah.
You do hold
I'm
on
holding
to a
on
lot
to a
of things.
lot of things. I'm holding on, brother.
Huh. I never considered that.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's interesting. But yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Because usually when I do a hard workout like that, or I sweat a lot, I sleep really well and like I don't get anxiety. That's the main reason I work out is so the demons leave me be.
Yeah. Your own thoughts.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you drink a lot of water?
Dude, I drink so much water.
Do you drink? I'm gonna do some quick math. Do you
Like
drink about
3 of these a day?
Okay,
These
so you
are-
definitely do the recommended.
It's
'cause
almost a gallon.
You should probably, if I'm guessing, drink about 80 to 90 ounces a day.
Yeah, especially when I'm working out. That's when I started running initially, that was the only reason I started like really focusing on drinking water.
Yeah.
It's because I cramped so much. I was like, okay, this is a problem. I need to start hydrating.
You've been really killing it on the health department, man. I've seen you
I
run.
don't
I've
know
did the
about that.
Stairmaster. You're giving yourself carpal tunnel.
Little weight action. Do you order those weights? Are you gonna get some?
I'm going to.
Do it,
I
man.
haven't yet. I've just
They're
been
cheap.
procrastinating.
They're cheap. They're like $60 for a pair of. They're not super heavy, but better than nothing.
It's weird because I want to work out and do all these things, right? But I don't have like. And maybe it's because I'm working crazy hours at work
That's
right now.
probably it.
But whenever I get home, I'm like, I only have like 3-4 hours to myself, and I do like running, but it's too cold right now to run. We actually have a fun meteorological
Oh, boy,
fact
here we
from
go.
Meteorology Mike.
Science alert!
We
Science
have
alert!
a frost. If you're in Northwest Indiana, you will not hear this in time, but there is a frost warning tonight, so cover up your plants.
That's what my mom literally just brought all of her shit in. She's like, "It's gonna freeze tonight." I was
It is.
Cram it, woman.
There we go.
Trying to shoot a podcast.
Wow.
No, that's wild. A little frozen action. You don't like running in the cold.
I don't.
I love it.
I can't. As weird as it sounds, I don't enjoy it. And I think because I don't sweat as much.
Oh, dude.
I love running in the heat, just sweating. I just feel so accomplished, feeling like so sweaty.
That's how I feel anytime I work out. I sweat so much.
Do you?
Just sitting here, I'm probably sweating a little bit.
See, I wish I sweated more.
No, you don't. It's a curse.
Nah.
It's a curse.
Am I sweating now?
I
Not
know.
really.
I am.
dry?
I wear black and a lot of dark colors to hide it. If I wore that, you'd definitely see some pitting out.
But I mean, that's just human. Like, no
Yeah,
one
but it's
ever
not
looks at a
attractive.
person who's like sweating like, wow,
Every
what a fucking asshole.
Every time I see a dude with sweaty armpits under his shirt, I'm like, that's fucking gross. I do. Oh, come on. Especially if they're on TV, I'm like, come on.
I think when I think it's gross is when guys will wear those low, like, what's it called? Tank
cutoffs?
tops cutoffs, and they're like, you can see like
Oh,
sweat
that's pretty
dripping.
gnarly. I've had that.
That fucking freaks me
I've
out.
had that, yeah, in the summertime
I
on the
don't
boat.
know.
Yeah, it's gross.
To me, like, I'll notice definitely if someone's pitting out, but
Yeah.
I'm not like grossed out by it because it's just like,
I guess.
no matter what,
If
you're
it's-
going to sweat from your pits.
Yeah, if it's coming out of your clothes at a rapid rate, I'm like, get it together. There's things you can do. Like, I have wipes that just probably going to give me cancer in my arms, but they like stop sweating. They make me stop sweating under my arms for like a whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good, but if I'm going to a wedding or I'm going to be on camera or I'm going to do something maybe in front of a group of people.
I don't know. It doesn't bug me as much. Maybe people perceive me as weird for
Probably.
being sweaty, but
You are weird.
I don't think I sweat that much as it is, which is why I'm
no,
bummed
I don't
about
think
it.
You don't. I don't think you do.
And what the fuck? And I feel like I should. That's because I don't drink enough water.
Maybe.
I should be drinking 100 ounces of water a day, and I know for sure I drink about maybe 40 to 50.
Why do you need to drink 100 ounces?
You take your weight and you divide it in 2, and that's how many ounces of water you should be drinking a day.
Okay, so I should be drinking probably 100 ounces then too. I'm about 200 pounds.
Okay.
I'm 200 pounds, bro.
Why do you say it like that?
200.
200.
Hundreds.
I don't think you are
What?
200 pounds.
Yeah, bro.
I'm 208, and I'm much
fine.
bigger than you.
You're taller than me for sure. I'm a pretty stocky lad.
I'm a pretty stocky lad.
I think I've got you in the chest department. Probably the stomach department too.
Don't look at me. I don't know. We'll weigh each other. We'll put each other on a scale. We'll see what happens.
Deal. We have.
What a weird episode.
Speaking of bodies, did you see Will Smith's thing? Did you see that? What happened?
No, what happened?
You didn't?
With Will Smith.
Oh my god.
He got a divorce. Did you see what happened with Bill Gates?
Oh my god, they're divorced. Did you see all the funny memes that people were posting, like sliding into all their DMs?
Yes. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably.
They did something fun on the radio, and I want to see you try it real quick if you're okay.
Boy.
So there you are in a bar, right?
Yeah.
And who comes in but Bill Gates, newly single?
What up, son?
How do you hit on him?
How do I hit on him?
Yeah, you want to roll up and you want to hit on him. How do you go about it?
I have no idea. I probably have to ask him something that he'd be interested in. Well, this is assuming that he's interested in me, maybe?
For sure.
Okay.
Pretend I'm Bill.
Hey, Mr. Gates.
Hey.
Crazy how the economy's working these days, huh? Are you into crypto?
No.
Oh, you should you definitely check out Dogecoin.
Dogecoin?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's like a funny. It's kind of like an inside. If a crypto was like an inside joke, it's kind of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
You an ass play?
No.
Oh. Well, I've got things to do.
It was nice meeting you. Wait, here's my number. Don't leave. Wait, no!
Because only Xbox players
are
in the ass play.
Look at this. Okay, so Will Smith posted. Oh, what the fuck? This one right here.
Oh.
He like made an honest comment about his body. He's like, I'm in the worst shape of my life. And all these people on Twitter were like, I wish I looked like this if this was the worst shape of my life. And then like obviously compared to
back in the day.
Him. Is that
you
him? No, that's
that
Terry Crews. Isn't it?
Yeah.
He's a handsome fella.
What's interesting though is that
there you go. That's Fresh Prince days.
They did like a research paper on like what was the most attractive body.
Yeah.
And quote unquote dad bods were the most attractive body. Like 6-packs and cum gutters. No, it was just a dad bod.
Cum gutters. Nice. Fuck gutters, but I appreciate it.
No, it's cum gutters.
From
Rick and Morty.
For some people. They're
Rick
cum
and
gutters?
Morty call it cum gutters.
I thought they were fuck gutters. I'm pretty sure.
They are called fuck gutters, but I like
I
the
like
way...
I like the way you eat that gummy.
What do you mean?
You like twisted it up all nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty nice.
Like a braid.
Pretty cool.
Anyhow. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like dad bods are in right now. Like that's the hot bit of it. And it kind of reminds me of back in the day how people who were a bit larger were like seen as more powerful and more wealthy because they had money to eat.
Back in the medieval days?
Yeah.
Well, I've always said I had the body of like a fit man in the 50s. Like it legit, like just a huge chest, like not like anything crazy, just like kind of stockier.
Yeah. It's another thing that's like current right now, right? Is like body positive image.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah. So people are it's not so much letting like they're just not ashamed of how they look. Because back in the day, the magazines and shit you'd watch, and still most of the magazines are like these cut fucking guys.
Well, this is like 20 years ago, probably
Yeah.
maybe 30 years ago.
Yeah.
That was really a thing.
But now it's very, I don't know, more modest, more open about just being comfortable with who you are.
Pretty open.
As long as you're, being healthy about it, who cares?
Yeah. I feel
As I
you there.
eat some gummy bears.
Yeah, as I drink beer and you eat gummies. We have
With children.
We have a voicemail that we didn't listen to a while ago we don't have any new ones.
Did we not get any after that Snapchat I sent?
No. Well, actually, let me refresh the page.
I've got like 2 Snapchat friends. I might have gotten someone.
Oh, yeah, we might have. Hang on.
Yeah!
Yeah.
The power of Mike's social media.
Yeah, we do have one. But I'm going to play this. Oh, dude, be careful.
got a
You're going to
cramp.
carpal tunnel. Dude.
I got
Your
a
arm's
cramp.
going to be frozen tonight. Trust me, it's not fun.
I already have wrist issues, so.
Ooh, I know why. But if you haven't left us a voicemail, 219-552-1128, you can leave us a fax at... No, just kidding. This is an old one from March 28th.
Wow. This year? Or last year?
2020.
Okay, that's what
So this is like the peak of the pandemic.
Great.
What a wild time. I'll try not to blow our ears out.
Please.
I know.
Especially your friends.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. It's Ro King. I'm a nurse.
That's who it is. Dude.
Everybody appreciate me today.
All right. right, so the Navy sent us little reminders to like update our power of attorney and like our living will and stuff like that. But the courthouses are closed out here and appointments are booked up for months, so I can't really do that. So I'm saying kind of what I want on the podcast real quick. So cheapest.
Let this be known.
I mean, this is a good way to record it.
It is. It'll be on the internet and it'll be saved on SoundCloud. So
I remember Roe's saga with this, like his little arc of him needing to make a will. I need to make a will, but I am afraid I'm jinxing it if I make a will.
My mom talked to me about that. She's like, you need to get life insurance while you're young and get a lawyer and get everything in place if something were to happen.
She wants that life. You best not get it. That's like, shady.
She's going to start setting shit up on the stairs for me to fall on.
You're going to see like a bunch of banana peel.
Yeah, right? I was like, I'll probably just leave everything to my nephews if I go with the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, just all the shit that I have, I guess.
Well, there you go. There's your online will.
Give it to Joseph.
Not notarized at all.
Give it to Joseph and James.
Yeah.
Don't give any of my shit to Rome. Mike, you can have my boat if you want it.
I'll honorably decline.
Okay,
that.
fair.
I feel like I
Joseph
wouldn't
can have
appreciate it as much as other people.
True. Probably true.
Funeral and shit. Go ahead and cremate me. Sarah has to take my ashes, and she's continuing on with the plan to go pack rafting in Montana with Nick Mathias.
Nice.
And spread my ashes around the Bob Marshall Wilderness.
Oh, my God.
Clayton, you have to wait for kind of a drizzly day in Indiana, and I want you to take some of my other ashes and throw them on Johnny's windshield of his truck.
God,
like,
dude.
inconvenience him, and then he'll be like, what's on my truck? And you can say, Roe. It'll be funny. And
You should put it in his
you
gas
guys will
tank.
all laugh. And
Rose in my gas thing just fucking gums up my Toyota truck engine.
Completely fucks
What's in here? It seems like the human remains.
And you hear, like, very faintly, coming from the gas tank.
That's what you'll hear. What did he say? You all have a really... Oh, shit. There we go.
You'll have a laugh about it.
funny. And you guys will all laugh, and I'll laugh from hell.
From hell.
But yes. And then no one is allowed to... I guess some crying is allowed at the funeral, but Mick Jeers and Johnny maybe show like a slideshow again of like all the Snapchats and shit.
Hell yeah.
Shit I have sent you guys.
I will definitely make a slideshow of
And,
snaps.
I don't know. Do something fun. I don't know. I'm dead. I don't really care. But
Nice.
yeah. Have fun. Update your guys' shit.
You know what's
true.
funny? I always thought about that, like a funeral for me or for like, for you.
Mm-hmm.
You'd want something funny, right?
I'd want an Irish funeral for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
where
yeah.
it's just a party.
But I always feel like if I would do that or someone would do it for me, like the funny stuff, people would like hardcore judge that person.
Yeah, they might. I don't know.
I remember
Yeah.
there's that meme with this guy next to a tombstone of his friend. He's like posing.
Oh, yeah.
with I'm like, that's
his
the kind
mom
of
or his
shit I
grandma.
want. Yeah.
His family might not appreciate it, but I think Rose's family would be cool with it if I like put the slideshow
Oh,
up.
absolutely. And
It was
him
like-
himself, like that's
Yeah.
that's a good way. Sarah would understand.
Definitely. I'd be
I'm
like, Sarah,
assuming
listen.
Sarah outlives Roe.
For sure.
You think so for sure?
Unless some freak accident happens, yeah.
Let's make a bet.
All right. $500.
Okay.
Sarah outlives Roe.
All right. I'll say Roe outlives Sarah. 500.
What happens if one of us dies before this?
Roe has to pay the survivor.
Yes. Okay, that's it. So if I die before Roe or Sarah, or you die before Roe or Sarah, I get paid, or you get paid $500.
Yep.
That's a deal.
That sounds
You
right.
heard it here, baby.
Yep.
Here's the new voicemail that Mike seemed to wrangle up from one of his pesky followers. Let's see who it is.
Ooh.
Somebody tell me why I got to look at nice, thick, juicy fingers my whole dinner at the Mexican joint. I hope you could hear the Mexican music playing.
What the hell?
I don't have anything funny to say. Thank you.
That was Zach, and that was very underwhelming. Did you send him a Snapchat?
I put it on my story, so
Oh,
he
maybe
must have.
Are you friends with him?
Yeah, I'm friends with
Oh,
Zach.
okay, yeah, he probably saw one.
Yeah. I don't think I'm not a very active person on social media.
No,
obviously.
you're not. Neither am I. Well,
but
probably more than you, but
yeah, you. No, I would disagree. I think you're more active on Snapchat, but everything else
and
you
Insta.
are dead.
A little bit on Insta.
No,
it's my stories sometimes.
No. Well, sometimes I do see you pop up on, but you know what it is? Every single time you post something in your stories.
A work view or my nephew?
It's either it's three things all
Fishing?
the time. Work view, nephew, fish.
Hell yeah.
You
That's
with
my
a
life.
fish. And you're like,
yeah. Those are for the boys. What up with that?
Whatever.
Yeah, dude. I'm going to be on a fishing trip next weekend, so we'll have to plan something here.
I'll just do a solo podcast in your basement.
Come down. Well, I'll have most of the camera gear with me because I'm bringing some to shoot a video. I'm going to vlog my fishing trip and try to get some likes on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
See, that's if we catch anything. St. Joe, Michigan. What was that? Did you fart?
No.
Is that a fart?
Once.
Dude,
No.
quit farting.
The gum just went went right down my throat, so I had to bring it back up.
Was that what that noise was? It sounded like something hit the ground. No, not the chair. I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm gonna be making a YouTube video. Hopefully, we catch some stuff on the St. Joe River up in Michigan.
You're gonna catch 5 bluegill.
Oh, come on, we're going for walleye, dude. I don't want no bluegill. Well, we're having a fishing guide on Saturday, so
Ooh, that's
fingers
cool.
crossed. My dad and I are going Friday through Monday. Airbnb. It's a badass Airbnb.
What if it's a guy
dressed in a suit? Well, I
Would
looked
you
at
still go?
Probably not, but I looked at his
I
looked at his internet page and he does not look like that.
He's like, I'm trying to be professional.
I'd
It's
be
my
like,
first
dude,
day.
What? I'd be like, hell, your first day. I'd be like, get the fuck out of my face. I'm leaving. I would never go with that. I'd be like, yeah, get out of here. But his website looks legit. And hopefully we catch some walleye. And hopefully it's a good-ass time. We're bringing 2 boats up. Zach might join us. My brother-in-laws and my dad. So
what a family affair.
Yes, sir. Mike, I think that's a podcast, man.
Woo!
Yeah, buddy. Episode 103. We got a little deep on this one, huh?
We did. It was a very serious podcast.
I think it was because Jesus joined us and he set the tone.
As always.
Yep. He's always with us.
Yeah, it was a very serious podcast.
Even when you're pooping.
The realest podcasts are always the serious ones.
It's
and
true.
when you're not serious, you're just being funny, and that is good times with pizza.
I guess. Where can the lovely people of America find you in the country and the globe?
You can find me at makeout_Mike on Instagram and on Twitter. Jonathan, where can they find you?
Just find me at johnny.goodrich. Go check out some of our friends' podcast. YHST is a movie review podcast with our friend Sean. Jumping the String with Nick Mathias, a hunting and fishing and outdoor podcast. And then our friends Deuce and the Pickle, which we need to send them something, a little care package.
We'll talk about that after the show.
Yeah, because they sent us some nice whisk for our 100th episode. Maybe we can send them something for their.
Well, Indiana is known for their meth, so let's just
Hell
send them
yeah.
a bunch of meth.
Dude, I got you guys covered. I know a guy. It's my dad.
Imagine.
You can follow the podcast on our YouTube page. We're going to be posting all these episodes. The last one didn't go up because my software ate it. This one's going up for sure. Last 102 is going to be on there. 103 will be on there. Cyber Shindig on Instagram, Cyber Shindig Pod on Twitter. Go to our Instagram and hit up our Threadless. There's a Linktree account or a link. Hit that. Go to our Threadless page. There's a bunch of fun shit you can buy. Our YouTube page, our Apple iTunes, Spotify, all that good jazz. And send us an email, cybershindig@gmail.com, or leave us a voicemail at 219-552-1128. And with that, as always, go with the Lord himself because he's watching you just like Santa Claus and those boys in the pickled fucking jars.
Ho, ho, ho.
Smooches, baby. We'll see you next time.